Namaste and very hearty welcome to you to this 15th episode of Freedom Movement Show. And today's topic is freedom from pettiness. Very interesting topic, and lots of questions have come on this topic. So about first 30 minutes, I will create a background and then we'll put it in a live mode and I'll answer your questions. Those who are live on Zoom, you can put your new questions into the chat box as and when they arise, or those who are on YouTube, you can put your questions in YouTube chat and I'll answer all of them. So once again, welcome back to this Freedom Movement Show, episode number 15, and today's topic is freedom from pettiness. Okay, so the first thing is, let us define what is pettiness and how do we differentiate what is useful mundane, what is useless pettiness, how to do it, how to get rid of it, all those things we'll discuss. Okay, so when I say freedom from pettiness, what I mean is freedom from something which is small, useless, trivial, time waste. That is what I mean by the pettiness. You see, for example, a very special example of pettiness is many people, they see the serials on the TV and then they spend a lot of time on discussing of those serials. Now, for a busy person, it can be considered as a pettiness. But those who are working in the TV industry, serial industry, you see, for them, this is a full-fledged business. Because I know quite a few actors who are acting in serials, they are our friends, they are part of Prem Sangha. You can see them on the TV screen many times. For them, it is a full-fledged business. Okay? So the very first, very sharp insight is, what is pettiness for one may be the question of life and death for someone else. So pettiness is not defined in general. It is very much situational and it depends on who are the concerned parties. For some it may be petty thing, for some it may be extraordinarily useful and very much wanted things. Okay, so let us not get into the pitfall of labeling the things as petty. What is the right approach to this subject is who you are, what is your business or job, what are your dreams, what are your inspirations, what is it that you want to achieve in your life. Now that is something great, you should focus on that. Whatever things you can avoid to get to your dreams and aspirations, whatever you can avoid, that is pettiness. So everybody will have different aspect of pettiness, and that's exactly the first insight. So let us not label that watching the serials and discussing the serials is petty. No, those who are into the serials industry, for them that is the bread and butter. So that cannot be labeled as petty. What about gossip? Gossip is labeled as petty for sure. But do you know there are Oprah Winfrey chat shows? What is she doing? Public gossiping, chat shows. But you see, that's a bread and butter, and those are very popular. So again, it's a situational thing. What you are into, what is your intention, and let me tell you, through the chat shows, lots of good things are happening. Lots of movement started like that. And sometimes we want people to discuss, to gossip over it, and that's how the things change. You see who will be the next in power. People start discussing gossiping. It's a very interesting subject for gossip in India, politics. Who will be the next person in government when the elections come? And I think those kind of discussions gossip also is useful sometimes. So number one insight is, let us not blindly put a label on something that this is petty. No. It may be petty for you, it may be bread and butter for somebody, or it may be a question of life and death for somebody else. So it's all situational, it all depends on you. Then what is this title, Freedom from Pettiness? What do we mean by that? See, when we decided this title, the idea in mind was that many of you are very serious spiritual seekers and you feel that the time is less, and of course the times are very challenging right now because of the situation, COVID challenge and all that. So we don't want to waste time in pettiness. That's how the topic came. But what is pettiness for you is you have to define, and nobody else can define it for you. What are your goals? What are your ambitions? What are your aspirations? You define that. What is that larger than life thing that is attracting you? You see, for example, as I was talking to Dr. Alok Gupta, the power felt. What we were discussing is the times are very challenging because of COVID and the political situation in the Asian countries. So I thought we should have at least one more Hindi show to awaken our North Indian friends, and I have got many friends there. There are lots of people who don't attend my Sunday morning show because they don't understand English. Lots of Hindi speaking people are there, and that's what we were discussing in the power field. So I was off the line for at least 5 to 7 minutes. Now you see, if you have a mission, my mission is to reach out to people with a down to earth practical solution. That's what I'm known for. People come to me for solutions, okay? I'm an expert solutions provider. I give practical down to earth solutions to people most complex life situations and life issues. And you see, majority of our life issues can be into the 4 category. First is health related issues. Health is the top priority today. Number 2 is the wealth. If you are good at health and you need wealth to survive and to earn. Number 3, relationships. Relationship is one area which is not been taught into our schools and colleges. Okay, let me go to the gallery view. I want to ask you a question, and you see this gallery view will be seen on the YouTube video as well. Why I do that? Because I talk to people. This is a live show. People attending are live and there can be a live question answer. I want all of you who are there on the Zoom, and I'm able to see your videos right now. Please raise your hand if you learned in detail how to manage your relationships in your school and college. I want to know if you learned this subject in school and college. Please raise your hand. If your schools and college taught you how to manage your relationship, please raise your hand. And the whole world is watching right now. It's there on the YouTube live, okay? Not a single hand going up. Okay, not a single hand going up, which means what? None of us learned about how to manage our relationships in schools and colleges. And do you see, this third factor of relationship is so very important. You see, for example, your health wise you may be very healthy, wealth wise you may be in abundance, but suppose if your relationships are not working, if you are afraid to press the doorbell of your own home, why? Because people inside the home you don't gel well. Then when you come back from the office and you want to press the doorbell of your home, you will be afraid. Why? Because you are going to face big opposition, big trouble, negativity. So your health and wealth may be good, but you will be troubled very deeply into the relationships area. That is why relationship subject is so very important and we need to learn, and millions of people are suffering and they want down to earth practical solutions for relationship management. And the fourth and the most important and least discussed, not many people know about it, is what is known as the karmic entanglements. The most difficult situations in people's lives are because of their own karma, and they get caught, and that's what is called karmic entanglement. It can be relationship issue, it can be wealth issue, which is financial issue, or it can be health related issue, or it can be mixture of health, wealth, relationship and everything, and the life can be very, very messy because of this karmic entanglement issues, and these are the most difficult to solve. Okay, and I have solved thousands of karmic entanglement issues. I have very, very special tools and great specialization into this subject, so I give down to earth practical solutions. Now that is my mission. Now anything that does not fit into my mission, I consider it as petty, and I don't waste my time into those things. Now this is about me. What is your mission? What is that larger than life thing that you are attempting to, or you are aspire to? What is your inspiration? What is it that change that you want in the world and you want to work for it very seriously? That is what I consider as larger than life mission. Once you understand that and you are onto that larger than life mission, pettiness will simply disappear from your life. You will have no time for that. You see, lots of people I have seen, they are tackling so many different things. They are so busy, they have no time for pettiness. The pettiness just simply disappears. Who gets caught into pettiness? Who have no inspirations, no aspirations, no larger than life mission, no clarity of life, no goals, no ambitions. Those are the people who get caught into pettiness because they have time and they don't know how to use the time. So the simplest thing is to switch on the TV and watch the TV, and then if the neighbor comes, then you discuss what did you see on the TV, because you have nothing else to do. That is for sure pettiness. Okay, now that is where people get caught. So what is the solution to that? I'm not here to criticize anybody. It's happening, it's fine, let's understand that. I'm here to give you down to earth practical solutions of how to come out of this obsession with pettiness. I have seen, suppose if a family has say 6 people, the bread earners are so very busy, they have no time. They go office early, they come late, they're tired, and so much of work is there. Sometimes people carry those files with them, even before sleeping, half an hour, 1 hour, they will squeeze in for that work to complete. Deadlines are there, but there are other people who have absolutely nothing to do, and the rich people are there who have 4 or 5 maid servants in India doing everything, and then the owner of the house may not be having anything, and then those people who have nothing to do, they get into pettiness, because that's a time pass thing, gossip and all. Now how do we solve that issue? Nobody want to get into pettiness, for sure. That's not the human nature, but you see people fall into that habitually. Why? The fundamental reason is they are not inspired for larger than life mission. That is the reason. Okay, so the number 2 insight into that is find out what is your life mission, and you will be inspired for something great. And let me tell you, this can happen at any age. Do you know the owner of KFC? He started that recipe of fried chicken at the age of 60 or 61. Then he started offering to so many hotels and all, and he was rejected hundreds of times. And then he started his own chain, maybe at 62 or 63, and now it's an internationally popular chain. I'm not a non-veg eater, and I have decided that I will not give such examples in my program. But it's not about chicken. The example that I am giving you is about age. Anybody can start a larger than life mission at any age and be successful. You see, if you are aiming at 80 plus, 90 plus age, and if you are starting at 60, you have roughly 25 years, 30 years of time. That's a long time. And at 60, you are more mature, you are wiser. So you will not make those mistakes that you have made at 25 and 30. So second inning is always much better. All the senior citizens can have larger than life mission in their life, depending on what skills, knowledge and talent you have. If you are a good yoga teacher, you can make it a mission that in your area you will teach yoga to everybody and you will help them manage their health better. This can be a good life mission. If you are good at scriptural understanding, you can give talks on the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads. Okay. I was myself in Chinmay mission in my young days and I learned Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads and all even before I completed my college. So promoting these things can be your mission. Or as a financial freedom coach in my young days, that was my main program, double your income. Even today I continue. Right now one batch is going on, double your income. That's my passion. As a business person, as an industrialist, I understood that people are suffering all over the world, and one of the main reasons, especially in the poor countries, one of the main reasons is they don't know how to earn money. They are not very resourceful, okay, and they have to struggle for every little thing. And when I saw the poverty going to the villages of India, I was really inspired to do this program. I really worked hard, you know. I just purchased all the books on financial freedom which is available, any store, online, offline, whatever. I attended all the programs by all the great people who are conducting financial freedom programs anywhere in the world. Within a year's time, I had so much of material. I became expert in the field, and I launched my own programs, which is attended by thousands of people now. So how to earn money, you know, that became my passion at the age of 35, and I started offering this financial freedom program. Why? Because I know my own childhood was ordinary. A lot of poverty was there in the village where I was born. There was no electricity, there was no running water, and 14 years of my life I was in a village. So I really understood the problems of people who are not resourceful, who have no resources because of not having enough finances. So that became my mission, and I was so passionate about it, you see. Now, what triggers your mission? Let's understand that. Something that you have suffered and then you overcome. And you know the dynamics, you know the mechanism of how to overcome that issue, then you are the best person to promote that aspect. See, for example, you are diabetic for a long time, and then you suddenly do something and your diabetes disappear, and then you want to tell the whole world, see, this is how I was suffering and this is what I did, and now I am diabetes free. And then diabetes free world movement becomes your mission. So all the mission are not imaginary. When I started doing my financial freedom programs, double your income programs, it was very much real to me, my dear friend. It was very dear to my heart because in my childhood, I suffered a lot because of poverty. No resources in the village, 14 years, okay? And I could relate to all those people who are suffering because of poverty very well. And then I made it a mission that I shall help people to earn money. Even today, I continue to do so. Right now, one batch of double your income is going on. Okay, I do a lot of hand holding for people who are interested in earning money. There's a full-fledged program, proper systems, everything is available, how to earn money. So what we are discussing is freedom from pettiness. So the point is, the moment you stumble upon your mission, which is larger than life, which is useful to the people, you are going to make difference in people's lives. The moment you do so, the pettiness will disappear. That is what is the insight into pettiness. So by now what we have done, we have defined the pettiness, that it is situational, it is individual. And number two, we have to find the mission. The mission has to be something which is dearer to your heart. You should have overcome those issues, and then you are the right person to promote. You see, somebody is suffering from a very ill health, and he attends the yoga classes and he becomes absolutely fine. Now promoting yoga becomes the mission for that person, because he himself is all well because of yoga. That's how the mission emerges. So you find out what are the troubles that you had been having, what troubles you have overcome by now. Then you talk about that, help other people, that becomes your mission. This is the very down to earth practical way of finding your mission, and it will be very realistic. When you talk about it, it will have a lot of power in your words. The reason is you have actually experienced the troubles, you have actually solved your problems, you have come out as a winner, and now you have earned the right to talk about that subject, and that will reflect into your voice and people will listen to it because you have become an authority by solving those issues. So you earn the right. When you earn the right to talk on some subject, people for sure will listen to it. People will trust you because that kind of trust will reflect into your voice, and that's a very important thing. So, my dear friend, it has to be something real. You see, for example, you are suffering in relationships, and now you have learned how to enjoy your life. Then you are the best person to tell the people that if you are suffering in relationships, this is the way I came out, you can also come out, and you start teaching about relationships. If you are a single parent and you have learned to manage your life very well, earning, bringing up the children, managing the household as a single parent, is quite a challenging task, my dear friend. I know thousands of single parents and their issues. Now, any single parent who has accepted the challenges of single parenthood and managing the household, earning, also helping children to educate, and growing up children, they need everything, and as a single parent it can be very, very challenging. So if you have overcome those challenges, you have mastered the art of single parenting, then you are the best person to go out and teach others. There are millions others who are waiting for this help because they are struggling. And if you have overcome those challenges, then you are the best person to teach that. That can become your mission. That's how you find your mission. It has to be realistic. It has to be part of your life. That's how you find it. And if you find it that way, you will get very good response. The reason is people will trust you because you have earned the right to talk on that subject. Why am I talking on freedom movement? You see, when I wanted to decide my title of the show, weekly show, I got 25 different titles. So I started eliminating. I wanted to give a title that is absolutely honest and genuine, which represents my life, which represents my value system, which represents me. The title of the show should represent me because I'm the speaker, I'm starting the show. Freedom is the number one value for me, the highest. Okay. Love, compassion, celebration, everything comes below. Freedom is the highest value for me. And do you know, when it comes to the value system, you can compromise and sacrifice your lower values for the higher values. That is what is the value system. If something is at the higher value and something at the lower value, then the lower value can be sacrificed for the higher value. If you understand that, and if you are very clear about your values, Even that will help you to find out your mission. I personally consider freedom as the topmost value for myself, and I could overcome lots of limitations in my life. You see, our next topic will be freedom from compulsion of earning money. Is that a good title? Freedom from compulsion of earning money. Do you see? Okay, let me go into the gallery mode and see all of you, because I can't talk to the screen. I want to talk to the people. Okay, do you see the limitation that most of our time goes into earning? All those who are earning right now, those who are retired, that's a different matter. But most of our time goes in earning. Why? Everybody feels that there is a kind of a compulsion to earn. And you want to go around the world, you want to enjoy your life, but you are not able to enjoy, because to enjoy life you need money, and for that you need to earn money. So almost everybody in life feels as if there's a kind of a compulsion of earning money, right? Now, I don't have a compulsion of earning money, let me tell you very honestly. Okay, and I came out from this compulsion much early. I'm simply enjoying my life. You know what do I enjoy doing? I enjoy helping people. When I help people, when I give them solutions and people become happy, they change their life, they change their attitudes, and they come out with flying colors in their life, I feel extremely happy. So, what I did, I simply focus on helping people, solving people's problem everywhere in the world. And let me tell you, that is one thing, because of that, people welcome you everywhere in the world. Wherever I go and sit in any place, okay, a lot of people come. My job is to help solve people's problem. See, I have a lot of hosts here right now. We have Bhuvan and Kumari from Malaysia. Every time I go to Malaysia and sit at their home, 30, 40, 50 people, 60 people will come, and we will have chit chatting, we'll do Kriya meditation, and then I talk to people and offer them the solutions. That became my mission. Go out everywhere, talk to people, solve their problems, and then shift. Okay, don't waste time. Go to someone else, and third person, and fourth person, and the fifth person, and the life is wonderful. So, my dear friends, anybody who understand the value of freedom, and you really want to promote what is dear to your heart to the other people, and if you start working with the people, then you will be welcome anywhere in the world, my dear friends. Okay. And if you have that goodness in your heart, wherever you go, you want to help people solve their problem. Let me tell you, I was in North India, you know, city of Palampur, where our Gurudev's ashram is there, and I was having one evening free. So I told our host that I'm going to talk in Hindi on Lakshmi Prapti ke Upay. That was the topic I selected. Lakshmi Prapti ke Upay. And my host told me, no, you see, all our friends here, they are not interested in learning. And 7:30 is the time for their whiskey and all, and nobody will come in the evening because that's not the time they learn. I said, okay, doesn't matter. You announce this topic that Guruji Prem Nirmal is here and we'll talk on Lakshmi Prapti Ki Upay. Do you know how many people I got? In that small drawing room, we had 70 people who came to listen, because Lakshmi Prapti Ki Upay is a hot topic in North India. I made a full series of videos after that. All the videos are there on my YouTube channel, Hindi channel, you can see, and those videos have become very, very popular. So, my dear friends, you should also know the practical solutions of how to reach out to the people. Okay. So, let me tell you one more example. I was with my friend Brahmarshi Subhas Patri. He is the pioneer of Pyramid Society, who founded the Pyramid Society. And I was at his residence in Hyderabad. Okay. So, I wanted to see the pyramid of Hyderabad and all. So there was an evening meditation session by Patriji, in their center. Okay, it's not an ashram, it's a center, city center. So I asked Patriji, why are people coming? People are coming for meditation. So I gave him a challenge. Will people come more if you promote meditation, or will people come more if I tell you how to double your income? So no, no, no. All our people are interested in meditation. So I just pushed a little further. I said, let's try it out. So I told him, why don't you announce that Brahmarshri Prem Nirmal is here from Mumbai and he will talk on the topic how to double your income. You know, normally people coming there were about 100, 110 people coming for meditation. And the moment this topic was announced, how to double your income, that evening I had more than 400 people in front of me. Which means what? 4x results just by changing the title. Okay. And then I told very simple thing that if you meditate more, you earn more. And so let's all meditate. It was a meditation program only. But you see, 4 times more people came just because of the title, how to double your income. Which means what? We should understand people's troubles. We should relate to the people what they are suffering from. And if we can address to that, that is where people listen, and we have to give down to earth practical solutions to them. And that is how your mission takes off. Okay. If your mission takes off, you will be so busy doing your mission, you will have no time for pettiness. So pettiness is 100% out from your life. All of you understand? That is the freedom from pettiness. The focus is not on the pettiness. The focus is on something great, larger than life mission. Pettiness will simply disappear. You see, it's like this, that you are obsessed with your bicycle. You know, many children, when you give the bicycle, say if a child is a 15-year-old and he got a bicycle and he's so much obsessed with the bicycle, doesn't want to leave, for every little thing here and there, he will take up bicycle and go. It's quite okay, normal. But if you give Mercedes to your child, then you see, where is the bicycle? You will not even bother. So your life mission is something like Mercedes. Your pettiness is something like bicycle. If you get your life mission Mercedes, the bicycle of pettiness simply disappears from your life. That is the insight. Now, the second aspect of it, and then I'll come to the question answer. If you are seriously interested in defining what is trivial, what is useless, what is pettiness, then I have a scientific methodology to do so. General purpose. Okay, again, limited viewpoint, but general purpose, but very scientific. I will say that you refer the logarithmic consciousness scale of Dr. David Hawkins. On the lower side, we have shame and guilt and apathy and fear. So those are the emotions which are on the lower vibratory scale. Anything that is on the lower vibratory scale is pettiness for me. Let us not get stuck into the pettiness of the low vibrational frequency items. Guilt, shame, apathy, fear, anger, these are all low frequency vibrations. Love, joy, freedom, happiness, peace, enlightenment, these are high frequency vibrations. Okay. So if I talk in the scientific terms, precise terms, focus on to love, joy, peace, enlightenment, that is larger than life on the higher scale. Automatically this lower vibratory things like guilt and shame and apathy and fear and anger and all will simply drop out from your life. Because when you are vibrating high on vibrational frequency, higher vibrational frequency, you cannot vibrate low at the same time. Either you are vibrating low or you are vibrating high. You are vibrating at any one frequency, my dear friend. So if you are vibrating high, then you cannot have the pettiness in your life of the lower frequencies. Impossible. So if you consistently vibrate at high frequencies, okay, all the time operating from 500 plus, which is called love and above frequencies, all the time having love for people, helping them. If you are operating from that kind of love and compassion, if you are peaceful, if you are joyful, if you are celebrative, you are friendly, you are helpful, you are enlightened, you want to give fundamental solutions to people's problem. If that becomes your mission, the pettiness will simply disappear. All right. So that is the fundamental premise when we decided this topic, freedom from pettiness. So there is something greater than that. हिंदी में बोलते हैं विराट की साधना करो, शुद्रता से मुक्ति चाहिए तो विराट की साधना करो, which means what? Focus on something great. You will automatically disconnect with the pettiness. All right. So that completes my basic premise on which we are operating. Now let me look into the questions. All right. Vatsala is asking, doesn't pettiness imply many other faults of character like lack of generosity, tolerance, courage to take issues head on? And isn't a major transformation needed to overcome pettiness? Yes, Vatsala, major transformation is needed, but when you look from that angle which you are looking, it may look very difficult. You see, I have made your things very, very simple, Vatsala. Simple one thing. Look into your life, what problems you have already overcome and you are master at that, and how you can help people. That becomes your mission. The moment you find your life mission, you don't need to tackle headlong all these things. The moment you are focused on your life mission, automatically the pettiness will simply disappear from your life because you will have no time, no energy for that. You will put your time and talent and energy into something higher up. That is the way to look at it. Okay, we have a question from Dr. Alpa Dalal. Not getting stuck with pettiness versus doing mundane things with loving attention. How we keep the awareness to differentiate between the two. Okay, they are two different things. You see, the pettiness is when you are caught up into the lower vibration. Let's understand very, very scientifically. Pettiness is when you are caught up into the lower vibratory scale. Guilt, shame, apathy, fear. Those are the emotions associated with the pettiness. Even boredom. You see why people discuss serials and all? Gossip? Boredom. To come out of the gossip, you have boredom as a solution. But that boredom is like vibrating at a very low frequency. Okay. Now, people who are vibrating at low frequency are definitely not practicing loving attention. I can bet on that because it's like the sun and the darkness, they don't meet. If the sun is there, the darkness is not there. Loving attention is like the sun. The moment the sun rises, the darkness disappears, you are vibrating high. And if you are doing simple mundane things like cleaning your floor, dusting your furniture, preparing tea for yourself, and if you bring in loving attention, then even the mundane activity becomes the meditation. Okay. I remember when I was in Osho ashram, there was one joke which was very popular. Actually, it was not a joke. Osho was very serious about it. And he talked quite a few times about Bartan Manjo meditation. You know, if you have to do your dishes, do it with so much of awareness that even cleaning the utensils becomes your meditation. So what he meant is, you bring your loving attention, bring your awareness into the act. Then there is nothing like mundaneness. Everything becomes meditative. But that is when you are operating from the high frequency. Loving, the moment you are into awareness mode or loving attention mode, you are vibrating high. Then those higher vibration has a magical effect of converting your mundane into meditation. So they are totally two different things, Dr. Alpa. Thank you for asking that question. Brahm Prakash is asking, Only a thin dividing line separates the ground of pettiness from that of abundance and expansion. And it is a matter of conscious choice which side one chooses to remain focused upon. One long held tendencies continue to hold us back. How to make the shift into one's own sovereignty and finding one's true possibilities easily. I already answered this question. Look into your life. What are the problems that you face? What are the challenges that you have overcome? What are the things that you have mastered? What is it that other people are looking forward to, and how you can help those people? The moment you look into this aspect, your mission arises, and with that mission, all the pettiness goes out of the window. That is the best way to choose that, and that's what differentiates. All right. Vidya is asking if if I am in a social gathering or on a phone call with people and the conversation shifts to discussing about other people or something similar, how to appropriately handle the situation without continuing that topic. Yes, Vidya, I understand your question. It means that you are in a social gathering or talking to somebody on phone and somebody else is interested in gossiping or discussing the trivial, mundane, petty things, and you are not. So you are asking for a technique of how do you come out of this situation without really offending the person that you are talking to. Okay, let me give you quite a few down to earth practical solutions, Vidya. Number one thing is when people start discussing something and you are not interested, one of the simplest thing is you keep silence. Okay. Don't say yes, don't say no, don't utter anything. Simply listen and don't encourage that talk. Automatically, subconsciously, people get the signal that you are not interested, and they will only on their own change the topic, and that will save you the troubles. Okay, that's the number one technique, the best of all. Number two technique is bring your loving attention. You see, I have tried this many times. You see, I travel internationally and meet lakhs of people, you see, every year, and a lot of new people I meet. I remember I was with Bhuvan and Kumari, and you are busy, Bhuvan, with your work, but one reporter came to me in Malaysia, and he was very intensely wanted to discuss with me certain things and all. And I told him, my dear friend, you are mistaken. I am not a reporter or a political person. I am a spiritual person, and politics is not my field. You are discussing politics with me, which is not my field. You see, but he went on discussing. India is like this, India is doing this, Indian politics, this, that. I could not relate to that. I simply went into Bhairav Mudra. You know what is Bhairav Mudra? Raise your intensity and watch so intensely. And that fellow simply switched off and he went into meditation. He didn't understand what to do. In fact, I took away his mind with my Bhairav Mudra. Do you know that? That is possible. If somebody discusses gossip or something useless, I get into Bhairav Mudra, that is Shiva consciousness. Anybody in 2 to 3 meter radius around me will not be able to think if I get into Bhairav Mudra. That person simply went quiet and went into meditation, and he forgot all about what he had come to discuss with. So this is a highest level technique. Keeping silence is the lowest level technique. Getting into the Bhairav Mudra is the highest level technique. Anybody who is discussing petty things, okay, gossiping, you get into Bhairav Mudra and you simply understand. What is Bhairav Mudra? Going into the very intense aloof attention, very intense watchfulness to the extent that the mind disappears. If your mind disappears and you look into the eyes of somebody, that person's mind also disappears and person will not be able to gossip with you. Bhairav Mudra will simply make the gossip disappear from the environment. Now this is a very high level, high power, very powerful spiritual technique if you know how to get that. I'll give you some medium level technique if you are not able to get into the Bhairav Mudra. Medium level technique is loving attention, which you can practice. All of you know. If somebody is gossiping, you look at that person so lovingly, okay, and then you ask another question and divert the topic to something else without offending the person. That will really save you a lot of trouble, because we are all, come what may, we are all spiritual beings. At the same time, we are also social beings. We are not isolated. We are not sannyasis living in the cave. We are living in the society. So we have to have the social angle. We should not be offending anybody, but with the loving attention, we can easily divert the topic and save ourselves from unwanted gossip and pettiness. Hope I answered your question, Vidya. Thank you for asking that question. All right. Sejal is asking how to remain connected to the vastness or Virat by being a high vibrational person, always vibrating high. Don't allow your vibration to come down. That is how you remain high. You see, scientifically, it's just a matter of vibration. So don't eat the food that will reduce your frequency. Don't change your routine that will reduce your frequency. Be disciplined, be in the flow. Okay. You see, people who are freedom oriented should not care much about what will other people think, what will other people think about you, log kya kahenge. That is pettiness for me, my dear friends. That's my way of looking at it, okay? If you are in the flow, if you are vibrating high, सतत विराट की साधना में रहना, that attitude itself will save you from falling down to pettiness. Anupama Mehra is asking, a common issue in relationship is that one person considers it as petty while the other consider it as a big issue. How does one reconcile such situation? Yes, typical relationship issue. Let me give you a real life example. Once one couple came to me for counseling. You know, I do a lot of couple counseling, relationship counseling and all. The lady had only one complaint against the husband, that after coming out from bathroom, he will put that wet towel on the cot, on the double bed that they were sleeping. And this lady was so allergic to this act that she really got fed up. And their child is now 28-year-old, which means they are married for last 31 years. Can you believe a couple married for 31 years want to divorce just because husband has one simple habit of removing that wet towel, putting onto the cot and then dressing up, and then of course he will pick up the towel and put it onto the outside thing. Now can you imagine what can be the reason for the divorce? Do you think that wet towel is the reason for divorce, or there's something else? You see, this is simply one act which is sin, but the reason is much more deeper into the subconscious mind and dislike. But you see, you want to talk something, you want to make it a point, and so such a petty thing can also become a point. You see, that person was the couple was so wealthy. I told the husband, if you simply throw your towel out of the window, you can afford. What is the cost of a towel? And if the divorce happens, the 50% of the wealth will go to the wife and both will become poorer in that sense. And what about the child, 28-year-old child about to get married? You see, a lot of troubles. So I offered this solution to his wife. Is it okay if he throws it off the window? You can purchase a new towel, have new towel daily. That is only irritation and there is nothing else. So no, there are other irritations also. That's how you go deeper into understanding the relationship. That you are talking about one thing, but that's not the point. The point is something much deeper. So relationship issues are like that, something which is petty. You see, for a husband, it was a petty thing. I'm just changing my clothes. So it's there for a while and I'm picking it up and I'm putting it at the right place. So it's only there for maybe maximum 2.5 to 3 minutes. And it doesn't make your coat wet. He was engineer, very logical, petty thing. Why are you discussing this nonsense? So Anupama is saying right thing. What is petty for somebody is something serious for somebody else, and that the issue went to the extent of divorce. This happens in relationship. What we need to do is either you be so flexible that you change according to the other person for a while, as long as you are there, and then leave if you can't manage. Number one solution. But that's not a right solution. The right solution is to understand deeply what is the need of the person. Then you see these mundane things will simply disappear. Now, this is where most of the people don't understand, because we have not been taught this subject of managing relationship in school and college. We take it for granted that we know, and then we mess up the life, because life is like that. So we need to go much more deeper into understanding the relationship, how people look at it. Okay, let me give you a little more down to earth practical solution to this. Okay, we have some time, no problem. So we are all thinking human beings. So first there is a thought, then there is associated emotions. Once you have thoughts and emotions, that comes into your action, and that action becomes behavior. And when it becomes a behavior or a routine or a habit, that is where people feel good or irritated. If it is a negative habit, people feel irritated with you. If it's a good habit, people feel happy with you. So now you have a full mechanism of how to change your irritating habits. Something that you are doing is irritating to other. Change your thought, change your emotions, change your action, change your behavior, and you solve the problem. So if something is petty for one and not so petty for other, both the parties can do this exercise together and can understand each other better. That is the way out. Hope I have given practical down to earth solution, Anupama. Radha is asking, yes, I have given up fighting for many petty things. Still, I feel there is something remains. How to understand the subtler aspect of this pettiness? Virat ki sadhana karo. Stay focused on your mission and you will forget the pettiness. Okay, if you are having one batch of signature analysis, do 3 batches of signature analysis. You will have no time for pettiness and you will forget about it, and a lot of money will come, you will be happy about it. Okay. That is the way. The more you stay focused on your mission and help more people, you will forget about pettiness altogether. So it's called day tight compartment. You know what is day tight compartment? You have so many programs and so many meetings, and it's all a day tight compartment, and you get so tired that you fall asleep very fast. And the morning you wake up, you have to get up ready fast because you have a next meeting schedule. So when you are fully focused on your mission and you stay in a day tight compartment, you have no time for pettiness and you'll forget about all that. Virat ki sadhana karo, stay focused on your mission, pettiness will simply disappear. Okay, there is a question on YouTube from Tripti Patel. How to make other people complete their mundane tasks lovingly and passionately? How to make other people complete their mundane tasks lovingly and passionately? Okay, Tripti Patel, first you have to learn yourself how to complete your mundane tasks lovingly and passionately. Then practice loving attention more and more. Then you grow in the dimension of love and compassion. Then your vibrations will teach this thing to others. So you become an inspiration for others. That is the way. All right. So I think that completes all the questions that I have got. Okay, one question by I don't see it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Okay. There is a question from Ramdas, last question. Or if anybody else, you can put, we have some time. 10 minutes are there. An accomplished creation, whether it be a work of art or any life mission, is invariably grand and at the same time intricate in details. How to ensure we don't miss the wood for the trees of life? You see, okay, those who don't understand the Ramdas language, I understand very much. There is a bird's eye view and there is a detailed view. This is a general language, everybody understands. So for the life mission, we have to have the bird's eye view, holistic view, overall view, and we also have to get into the detailed view. Now, as a professional management consultant, most of the people understand both things are required. When you are working out your business strategy, you have to have the holistic view because there are so many aspects of business, politics, government situation, taxation, okay, psychology of the people working in your team. So many aspects are there. So you have to construct your strategy for business growth considering the holistic view, bird's eye view, overall view. But when you start working, implementing in each department, there has to be a detailed view because there are quite a few other protocols, standards, operating procedures, ISO 9000 requirements are there, government statutory requirements are there, taxation issues are there. So all those things have to be worked out, and that is a detailed view, and we are all the time doing that. So my practical down to earth solution is every intelligent person should have 1 hour out of 24 hours, and preferably morning or when you feel fresh, when you feel more high energy. Keep 1 hour for only thinking. See, what I have seen after meeting 300,000 people all over the world, people have the thinking capacity, but they don't give priority to thinking. You must set aside 1 hour properly, schedule it. Say morning 8 to 9, you will think and think properly. And whatever you think, you write down. So deciding the business growth strategy or holistic view or the bird's eye view needs kind of a thinking. And then you go into the detailed view and use the skills, tactics, whatever is required to see that everything in the detailed view is aligned with your overall view, holistic view, bird's eye view. So that alignment component is something which needs intelligent thinking, and you need to do that on a day-to-day basis. You see, when I learned thinking techniques from Edward de Bono, one of the #1 person who is teaching thinking techniques all over the world, is the #1 person. He says you have to put the different hats at a different times, different thinking hats. And that's what is missing. You see, again, schools and colleges are not teaching us this. Even business people are so busy and they waste so much of time, while they can actually save a lot of time if they put 1 hour into proper thinking. And that 1 hour thinking is the business owner's job. If a business owners don't do thinking, then they mess up their business. So thinking is a excellent thing, and you should learn how to think. That's what Edward de Bono is teaching. How to think properly, how to think holistic, how to have the bird's eye view, how to have the detailed view, how to put different thinking hats and do your job. You know, sometimes in the business we need to do critical thinking. So you have to put on the hat of critical thinking and do critical thinking and solve the problem. Critical thinking is not bad if you are using it as a tool to solve the problem. It's good. So my dear friends, 1 hour thinking time for business owners is a very good way to think holistic, think strategies, and then also think detailed view. And don't forget that alignment from strategy to tactics. Alignment is a very important aspect. Those business people who forget about the alignment aspect, they suffer, they make losses. Those business people who think properly, those who have the holistic view, and they also have the detailed view, and they do good alignment, they are the most successful people. All right. So now all the questions are over. Let me come back to the review of what we have done. Pettiness is subjective. It's different for different people. So we should not judge anybody. That's number one thing. Number two, the moment you are focused on your mission, you get freedom from pettiness. So the moment you are focused on something larger than life, Virat ki sadhana, something greater than your life, and you are automatically, you get the freedom from the pettiness. Okay, if you understood this, then I think we have spent our morning very well. Next Sunday, we will discuss this topic of freedom from compulsion of earning money, because this topic came up many times, and I think it's the right time that we take up freedom from compulsion of earning money. And I will release how to have that financial freedom, with 300,000 people into 20 different countries. And I've been teaching all these things, so I'll give you some very, very essential things about money. Okay, if you feel anybody in Prem Sangha, all our members, anybody has a need, please promote right in advance so that they can plan and they can attend, and they also ask the right questions. Okay, see, today whatever question I have attended are genuine. People are there in front of me. This is a live show, honest show, and it is genuine. Whatever is coming is going on to the live stream, not edited. This is live, raw, and we are putting the raw videos. Okay, so you have the fragrance of the genuineness and the whatever goes on live. So that's the beauty of this program. Now many people have this lifelong compulsion of earning, and again the schools and colleges are not giving us the education of how to have that freedom from compulsion of earning. I will give you many different techniques of how to think, what business model, how to plan, so that you can come out of the compulsion of earning money and have the freedom from that compulsion. That is the topic. Now I want to make the announcements of few things. We have one point contact for anybody who is interested, and all of you, I'm sure you are there on the Telegram group, Prem Sangha Telegram group. If you are not there, please join and help other people also to join, because I don't want too many groups and all. It doesn't work that way. One simple Telegram group, Prem Sangha, because Telegram has got no upper limit, or upper limit is like 200,000 people. We have only about 760 people or so by now. So everybody can join that group. All the links, all the videos and everything is posted only at one place, so that there is no clutter, and you feel comfortable. Just one point contact. You don't have to go to different groups and all. And we have maintained one group on WhatsApp, which is Prem Sangha group on WhatsApp, because many people who are not there on the Telegram initially, we are still maintaining that WhatsApp group. But otherwise, it's good that everybody shifts to the Telegram group, and you get only everything from that one point. All right. From today evening, we are starting one more program, which is an audio program. It is on Clubhouse app. Clubhouse app is becoming very, very popular. I will post the link on Prem Sangha Telegram group. You can download Telegram. Today evening, 11 p.m., 1 hour before midnight. Okay. We are having a program on Clubhouse, audio program, which is titled as Sound Sleep with Sound Healing. So what I'm going to do, I have invited Dr. Alpa Dalal as my co-host for the show. Dr. Alpa Dalal will talk for a few minutes on sleep patterns and the effect of sleep on health as a doctor. And I will talk for a few minutes from the spiritual angle and how the spiritual evolution happens from the sound sleep. And I will play some sound frequencies. I have selected very, very special sound frequencies, and for about 10 minutes to 10 to 15 minutes, I will give you a sound healing session. You have to simply switch on, join the group on the Clubhouse app, and on your mobile, you will be able to listen to all those things with a very good quality. And if you can go to sleep while listening, well, that's the whole program. It's all about sound sleep with sound healing. Okay, it's a trial piece. I'm not announcing every now and then or so. Today we will see how many people are able to connect because it's a new app. You will have to get used to using. I'm also learning. So today evening is a trial. Few people who are there on the Clubhouse, they can join, or those who are good at using Clubhouse, you know how to be admin and all, then help me to reach out to more number of people. And as more and more people download this app called Clubhouse, we can do more audio programs in the future. Okay, so it's kind of a trial run today. We want to get used to the whole thing, and we can give lots of mantra chanting, prayers, sound healing, many such programs which are purely audio in nature, and it really works well. And it's a new thing, you know, it's spreading like a wildfire. This Clubhouse app is spreading like a wildfire. So let's get onto that. Okay, one more announcement is we'll be starting a Hindi talk every Saturday evening, 9 p.m., 1 hour, 9 to 10, titled as Gehri Soch, where especially for the spiritual seekers, I'll be talking about deeper level solutions to life. That's what my passion is all about. So purely in Hindi for our North India friends, or anybody who understands Hindi can join. Okay, it will be 90% Hindi, 10% English. Chat and all will be in English, so don't worry about that. But I wanted something for our Hindi speaking people, North India people, and we want to start the show, and that is titled as Gehri Soch, deeper thinking. That's the meaning of it. So that will start from next Saturday. All right, so that's all about the announcements and all. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you are enjoying. Okay, now before I leave, let me put it into gallery mode to all of you. Freedom from compulsion of earning money is a very interesting topic. Don't shy away from asking your honest questions. Okay, we are going to prepare the Google form so that everything is recorded properly. Very soon, if not today, tomorrow is Monday, we will announce, we'll put the link of Google form. You put your question in a proper manner, you know, without any ambiguity, so that I can really answer you in a proper manner. So take your own time, put genuine questions, something that will appeal to you for your personal reason and also appeal to people, other people also. Those questions I'll answer first. Let me tell you, billions of people on the planet Earth do not understand how to come out of compulsion of earning money. Do you agree to that? No school and college teaching you that. So if the time permits, we'll go into the great details and we can have one more show where I can teach you how the model works. Okay, that will be amazing. So all of you gear up properly, ask the right questions and participate, spread to more friends who need it. That's one of the way you can contribute to somebody's life. Do you know that? If you don't have the solution, it's okay, I'm providing the solution free of cost. Can you connect your friend to On-Prem Sangha Telegram group from where they can get all the information? Minimum thing. If you are a kind-hearted person, if you really feel kindness for the people, the smallest act of kindness that you can do today is connect your 5 or 10 friends and put them into On-Prem Sangha Telegram group, connect them to me, and if they have any questions, I will answer their questions also. We don't differentiate. This is open to all. Any person on the planet Earth can join, can ask the question, and I'll answer live. You see, we don't have any criteria, and there is no money, and there is nothing else. Any human being can connect to me, ask the question, and get the answer. So the smallest minimum act that you can do is connect your friends to On-Prem Sangha Telegram group. Hope all of you will do that. Let me see the chat box. There are 3 things. Okay, Clubhouse app link is there. You can download. All right. So Guruma has already put the On-Prem Sangha Telegram group also. So you can download the Telegram app in your mobile phone, and then there is the On-Prem Sangha, okay, club there. So you can join that. That link is also there, and be ready. And 11 p.m. today, Okay, we'll go live with the topic sound sleep with sound healing. All right, I'll be preparing a lot, working a lot on the sound healing things, and we will checking out. I will need your feedback on how good is the sound quality. Let me tell you, Clubhouse is very popular for good quality sound. Okay, so I feel that whatever sound instruments I play will have a very good effect on that, because the platform is meant for good audio, which is otherwise a challenge. You see, I can't conduct a program on Zoom because Zoom is actually cutting down certain frequencies, and whatever sound that I play, the quality is not that good. Of course, now with the better setup we have improved, but for sound healing, Clubhouse is the app, because there the audio quality is extremely good. So I will need feedback from you, those who can connect. For our friends in Singapore, Malaysia, it will be too late, so it's okay. But people from Dubai, Muscat, they can attend. It will be early for them. All right, and then we can have some shows at 7 o'clock, so people from Singapore, Malaysia also will feel comfortable with the sound healing program. Thank you very much. That completes the whole thing. We'll meet next Sunday, 10:30 in Freedom Movement Show, Freedom from Compulsion to Earn. Thank you very much.